My main goal when I met her was to get pregnant, and within about 6 months of starting treatment with Susan, I'm delighted to say I am pregnant. My next goal was to carry a healthy baby without miscarriage, as I had a high-risk pregnancy, and I'm now well into the second trimester, and am so thankful that Susan helped me get there. Susan came highly recommended to me through my pelvic floor therapist, and she had told me that without a doubt, Susan was the best practitioner in Marin County to help me with some issues I was having with my bladder and also some fertility concerns that I had. Before I met Susan, I had spent a few years chasing down a diagnosis for my fertility, and I was brushed off by many doctors, even when I had gone and ordered blood work to prove my own diagnosis. And Susan was the first doctor to sit down with me in the intro meeting for a full hour and understand my nutrition, my medications, supplements, and the lifestyle I had, and how all of these tied to the symptoms that I was experiencing with PCOS. The only obstacle to starting treatment was honestly financial, as fertility treatments can be really expensive. But the great news was Susan actually offered me a program where I could perform the TENS machine and red light therapy at home, so that I could save money on the weekly treatments with her and see her a little bit less frequently, but still be working towards something every night on my own at home. A huge part of having PCOS, which no other doctor had dug into with me, was balancing my supplement regimen to improve my testosterone and my vitamin D levels. And honestly, when I started the treatments with Susan, I didn't even know that this was part of the package. And I was so pleasantly surprised after my first meeting to find out that this was part of the holistic treatment. Susan designed a really specific program for me, and she made it really easy to follow through her Health University shop, where she would prescribe me supplements based on my most recent lab results. And we continued to update my supplement regimens once I became pregnant. I felt that I could rest easy knowing I was in good hands with Susan as the expert, and she was constantly following all of my results and giving me advice on where to tweak specific supplements or diet. I felt really discouraged and out of control when I met Susan, but when she introduced me to all these different facts, I'm a facts person, so this really helped me. She taught me ways that I could be in control and work my hardest towards fertility. She also introduced me to some great benefits that I didn't even know about through my own employer, and introduced me to a fertility clinic that was covered through my employer. I just feel so lucky that she was knowledgeable enough to refer that. In addition to the raving reviews from her other clients and the referral from my pelvic floor therapist and all of her detailed technical fertility knowledge, Susan's also just one of the warmest practitioners I've worked with through this process. She invested in hearing my updates week over week, even on weeks when I didn't have good news to share. And talking to Susan during these appointments, I felt like I was having a conversation with my mom, my sister, a best friend, or a therapist. She's been more supportive for me through the most difficult time in my life than some of my closest friends and family members. And every time I would step into her office, I knew that I was in the best of hands.